Okay, it is Monday, March 29th, 2021. Almost a quarter of the year is gone just like that. Um, yeah, I'm gonna do my recap. Was a mixed day, like usually is. I did make okay money, almost $2,000, 1907, but it was a roller coaster. I I'm going through some personal issues in my life right now, and I've been sleeping very, 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 very poorly. So I was up today. I mean, I went to bed at like 11:30, 12. I was up at like 4, and then I was just tossing and turning until, maybe I did catch some sleep around 7, but it was like half an hour, and then I was just up and I was just in the state of like when you're really tired. When I was really, really tired. I did some meditation before, as that is common, but I couldn't. It was hard to keep my eyes open. Regardless, I traded. There were some good opportunities, and we're gonna look into them. It could have been one of those days that was a disaster because I was down like $1,500. So yeah, thank goodness I was able to. Like here it said only mine was up. I was down 1,000. I was actually down like 1,500 or more. So yeah, I traded VAIC. I made 1,855. I mean TME 130 and the ICA made that right, so $1,000. So my first trade of the day was VIC at VIAC, let's call it VIAC, and I went short at 930.48. So I went short here. Why? I just saw the daily open. I saw the 9 moving average over here. So it was open and it was trending around here, and the 9 moving average was a little bit far for me. So I wanted to short it and maybe cover at the 9 moving average. So that's why I went short 56, 46.95. I did get stopped out above the daily open. I didn't want to really give it like too much room because it's a big mover and you never know still. So I lost just a little bit of money there, no big deal. Then this is where the problem happened, and I went TME. This was a mistake. I went long TME. It was not a real setup. It was really, really bad. I mean, now that I even look at it right now, I just realized, what I was going for a breakout trade, and what I wanted to see, it was bad. It's right up. If the market has strength, if we were in a bull market, it would have been good. But we're just not in a bull market, and yeah, I paid a price. This is like around the pre-market highs, and what I like to go, when I like to go for breakouts, I do like to see the opposite of what we saw here. I want to see a couple of down candles, of red candles, and then a gap up. That's the type of setup that I want to see to trade a breakout trade. In this case, it was the opposite. I saw this green candle going, and I just went long. And I went long 2,000 shares. I went too long at 22. So right here, and this is the worst part. I was seeing that it wasn't breaking 22. I was just seeing it. I was literally seeing that it was not breaking 22. That it was holding and holding a lot of resistance on the level two, a lot of resistance on the level two, and I didn't get out. And therefore, I lost with I got my 50 cent share, stop loss. It just dropped dramatically and terrible stop. I should have adjusted it. I should have put it right below the daily open. I would have risked just $400 there, which is not much, and I didn't do that. So another thing that I have to take a look at. Really, really bad trading there. And I knew I had my gut was telling me get out, and I didn't, and I paid the price. And then I went short this guy. I went short this guy. And why did I go short? Well, exactly for the setup that I was looking in TME. Everything was starting to gap down. Pretty much everything was starting to move down in the first few minutes. At least the stocks that I had on my watch list were DSCA, TME, VIAC, Riot, MRA. So those were the stocks that I was looking at. So I went short for that setup. I went short heavy, man. I went short 3,000 shares, which is a little bit bold, because it could have been, like I said, it could have been catastrophe. But I went short and I covered at 43.26, 3,000 shares. At what time is this? 32:51. So around here. I don't understand why I covered. Wait, so let me see. 43.26 at 9:32. 43.26. I don't understand why. Maybe because it was holding the 9 EMA and it was holding the daily open. Yeah, that was a bad trade. I really just don't. Yeah. So yeah, the boy has a date on Wednesday. I'm gonna get some fucking ice cream with some girl. So just confirmed right now. But whatever. Going back to trading. So when short 3,000 shares, covered at 43.26. I guess I didn't like it. I was down like 1,100, 1,200 bucks. So at that point, I wasn't sure. And then I went short again, 42.70, which was a little bit of a risky trade, honestly. I went short here, 42.73K shares. So I got a fairly bad price because it did come down the daily open. That was the setup that I was initially looking at. So I tried to go short again, and then I covered 1,000 at 42.40, 1,000 at 42.50. Okay, yeah, I covered 42.40. So in this, okay, so I let this play out. Yeah, it was, I guess in this candle here, gap down, but with the spread and all that stuff. So I covered in this candle right at 9:30, no, at 9:33. So I literally covered it right over here in this candle. So I went short again and I covered right over here. And then I just covered 2,000 and I let the other 1,000 go through. I mean, just let it ride. And then I went short VAIC again. Why did I go short? Well, it just didn't seem, the action just didn't seem strong. I was seeing a lot of resistance on the level two and so on. It just didn't seem strong, and I was looking for a daily open breakdown. So again, I went short at 47.12 and 47.29. Today I was winging like bigger share size than usual. I was doing like, I just do 1,000 shares, and I was winging it really with the 3,000 shares here and the 2,000 shares here. I was really winging it. Like I said, I was quite frustrated. I didn't sleep well. My mind was super foggy. It's been the foggiest it's been in a long time. So I went short at 46, 44. No, 47.29 and 47.12. That's not 9:35. So right around here. And did I cover this trade? Yeah, so I think I let the whole thing play out, right? No, okay, so I covered at 46.44, and then I added at 46.88. Then I'm gonna do this, dude, because it's a bit of a mess. Honestly, my trading was all a mess today. I'm gonna take a look at what did I do here, and I can get a bigger picture. Okay, so so that's what I did. So I went short. I covered. Sorry, I went short again 2,000 shares. Covered 1,000. And then I added over here again for the breakdown, and then I covered all over here. Perfect. Now I see what happened. So yeah, so I went short, and then I let this thing play out. It did go against me, and I had to like sit through a pullback, and it even reached higher days. But it just seemed weak to me. The stocks seemed really weak, although it had like a big pullback engulfing candle here. I had to let it play out, and so I did. So it came down, I added, and then I covered in all this move. I knew that this potentially had the ability to come down much farther, but I was just so exhausted, and I was having such a roller coaster today that I just wanted to be out, to be honest. So yeah, I covered in all this L1, S1 level, and around there, as good as I could, and I just decided to call it quits. The same was let's see this go what I did. Yeah, so I went short, covered a little bit more, went short, covered, and the last I covered here, the last 500 shares. Or yeah. I mean, I could have made 1,665. That is the most I was up, but I guess that's in like these very big, quick down candles, and that's it. I mean, and then TME, like I said, pretty bad, because that should have been my stop, man. My stop should have been right over here below this candle, and I let it get all the way down here, which is bad risk management, man. And that is showing in my profit factor, for the month. I mean, look, let's be honest. I cannot complain about the month that I'm having. I'm up $16,500. Cannot complain. Okay, it's my best month by more than $4,000 already. But my losers, man, too big. My winners are good. Okay, $700 a win. Average daily gain loss 787. That's good, I guess. Look, it's good for now. In the future, obviously, I want to do much better. I'm building towards that. But look at my profit factor is 156, which according to Jack Schwager, it is good. But I'm not in this to be good. I want to be excellent. I have to be excellent. So I do have to make some serious adjustments, right? Stop losses, man, risk management. I'm giving them too much money. Sorry, I'm giving too much money in these setups like I did like in TME, where the stop is clear. That's what I did in the first trade in VIAC. Look, I went short and I covered right after it didn't work, right above the daily open. I didn't want to give it a cent more. And TIME, I should have done the same thing. And look, I went short. I bought and I bought 931. It was 25 seconds. Okay, so it was quick. It was 25-second trade, but still, in those 25 seconds, my gut was telling me get out, get out, get out. And in those 25 seconds, I had more than enough time because if it was gonna, this is the thing. If it is gonna break out, it's gonna break out. Okay, it's one of those setups that it's make or break. It's not gonna like trend around a little bit, get chopped up, and then just make the move. It could happen, but it's most likely not gonna happen. That is a opening range breakout, and especially it was not a good one. It was not a good one. And the make or break point here is the daily open. It's not above, it's not below. The daily open is the make or break point. And I got stopped out 40 seconds away from the daily open, which you add 40 seconds, 40 cents times 2,000, that's $800 just thrown out away. Not only that, it's not only about the money that you lose, which is bad enough, it's the mindset that I was put in after that. I was on tilt. I was nervous. I wanted to make the money back. And although today it played out, again, it could have been a day where I saw myself $3,000, $4,000 down. And that is not good. When I'm making 5, 10K a day, it could be okay to lose 4K in one day. But I cannot lose $3,000, $4,000 having a month that it's 16,000. No, I cannot do that. If I lose 1,000, 1,500, that's doable, but I cannot put myself at that much risk. So yeah, what can I say? I mean, the month is not looking that bad. Of 5 red days, there's 2 more weeks, 2 more days to go. I will be trading these 2 days. On Thursday, I'm gonna be off. I have to do some stuff on Thursday, but yeah, not part about this day, not part about this day, not part about this day. These 3 days will stink a little bit. This one is fine. This day I came back from a $1,700 loss to 100 plus 139. So look, I need to get some sleep. Honestly, I really just need to get some sleep. Start letting go and get some sleep, man. Because I cannot trade like this. And with the pandemic, there's not really much else I can do, right? We're so limited right now. Fucking New York City, everything is shut down. So I need to take some sleep because it's gonna cost me, man. I'm gonna come in today and I'm gonna have a bad loss if I don't. Enough about myself. Other good setups. Playbook setup with Riot. R4 to R5 breakout trade. This is perfect because it's an R4 and look how good R4 supports here. I mean, it's magnificent, honestly. It supports perfectly and then rips up, gets to R5. I mean, perfect trade. I was not paying attention to it because I was busy with the other positions as you've seen, but honestly, perfect trade. Then okay, it didn't work out for the rest of the day, and there was some opportunity for shorting around here, definitely. But this is a great trade, great setup, great breakout, and that's the type of breakout that I want to trade. It's coming down. Obviously, you would hope that it doesn't get this down and it rips up before. But look, perfect support at R4, great resistance at R5. So that was a good trade. That was a good setup. And let's just take a look at the setups that I took. I mean, I'm really taking a lot of just 1 minute, like the daily open. The daily open is such a great indicator. I mean, I'm not subscribed to variable traders, but they do a great job there. I mean, they really show, I mean, at least for day traders, and I have to give a lot of credit to Thor. He does his recaps there a lot because I learned from him the Camarilla pivot points, the daily open level, the previous day close, like all these such important levels if you want to be a day trader. They're absolutely quintessential to day trading because it really revolves around these levels time and time again. And I mean, I don't know if I want to do like penny stock trading and stocks like HGen, which I didn't trade today. But look at this. I mean, still, daily open, boom, that breaks out. Obviously these Camarilla pivot points don't really come into play that much in these type of setups, but Yeah, that was my other stock that I had on my watch list. Yeah, it would have been a good trade, man, if I would have taken it. But like I said, I was done at 9:55. I was like, I'm out. And on top of that, I was sleeping, and I was sleeping. I was very, very tired. But I didn't go to sleep. I went to the fucking gym and I ran 45 minutes on the bike. So props to me on that one today. They didn't push it, okay? I didn't push it. It was kind of like a stroll, but I still got some sweat in. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And take some rest. Take a breather, man. Take it easy. Study a little bit, and that's it, guys. If anybody watches or who watches, because now I have one or two views per video, although nobody gets nobody gets this far, to be honest. But if you do, have a good day. Take care.